Hi, we're the Bird Nerds, and we're going to be talking about birds at Sandstone Ranch today. The ponderosa pine forest that makes up part of Sandstone Ranch is susceptible to fire. Ponderosa pine is a fire-loving species of tree, and the habitat actually needs fire to thrive. But this means that fires on the ranch have the potential to spread to nearby settled communities and damage them. In order to combat this problem, the county has created intensely cleared buffer sites called fire mitigation zones to stop the spread of wildfire. We noticed that fire mitigation areas had almost no vegetation except for a few trees, and so it seemed like this might have a negative impact on a variety of animals, including birds. We thought it would be interesting to test whether the cleared fire mitigation sites have fewer birds and bird species than a natural site in the same habitat. In order to do this, we recorded all of the birds we saw or heard during a series of point counts at each site, and then used a statistical analysis called the Shannon Diversity Index to see if there was a detectable difference in bird numbers and species between fire mitigation zones and the undisturbed areas.
We found that there was no meaningful difference between the disturbed and undisturbed sites. However, it's possible that the sample size and duration of the study were both too small to detect a difference. We think it would be valuable to conduct a more in-depth study asking the same question. Answering the question of whether birds use the fire mitigation zone differently from other areas could have implications for future fire management practices, because it might mean that we don't have to worry about birds being affected too much by this practice. However, if there is a difference in fire mitigation areas, it could mean that certain birds are harmed. We think this might be the case because when there are more borders on the fragments of a habitat, that can make some species more vulnerable to predators or other threats. This is called an edge effect, and we wonder if this might be at play on Sandstone Ranch. So, while we didn't observe any effects on birds due to the fire mitigation zone, we do think there may be an impact on birds here that is worth studying more.